Have you ever wondered if intense cycling could impact male reproductive health? This question is not just a curious musing, but an essential query that seeks to understand the interplay between physical exertion, particularly cycling, and the delicate balance of hormones that govern male reproductive health. Unfortunately, the answer to this question remains elusive, mainly due to the limited research that has been conducted in this area. While we are aware of the numerous benefits of long-term exercise on overall health, such as enhanced cardiovascular and metabolic function and reduced body fat, the potential adverse effects of ultra-endurance levels of exercise on the neuroendocrine system and reproductive health are less understood. Moreover, the focus of existing research has predominantly been on female athletes, leaving a significant gap in our understanding of how intense exercise impacts male athletes, especially those involved in endurance sports like cycling. Addressing this gap is not just an academic exercise, but a matter of real-world relevance. For serious leisure athletes who dedicate a significant portion of their time and energy to their sport, understanding the potential health implications is critical. This information is equally important for recreational athletes who may not be professional athletes, but still engage in regular vigorous exercise as part of their lifestyle. In the world of endurance sports, cycling occupies a unique position. Not only does it require high levels of physical exertion, but it also involves extended periods of pressure in the perineal region due to the bicycle seat, which has been linked to other health issues. Therefore, the question of cycling's impact on male reproductive health becomes even more pertinent. But fear not, for we are not left entirely in the dark. A recent study from the UCLA School of Nursing has taken a significant step towards answering this question by examining the associations between exercise intensity and circulating levels of reproductive hormones in both serious leisure male athletes and recreational male athletes. So buckle up and stay tuned as we dive into this intriguing study that seeks to shed light on the complex interaction between cycling and male reproductive health. We promise it will be a ride worth taking. Stay tuned as we dive into a recent study from the UCLA School of Nursing that explores this very question. Let's delve into this groundbreaking UCLA study and understand its methodology. The research team at the UCLA School of Nursing embarked on a mission to explore the relationship between exercise intensity and levels of reproductive hormones in male athletes. They assembled a group of 107 men, ranging in age from 18 to 60, all in good health and active in different sports. The subjects were divided into 3 groups: 16 triathletes, 46 cyclists, and 45 recreational athletes. The study wasn't limited to professional competitors. It included both serious leisure athletes and those who took part in sports recreationally. This ensured a broad spectrum of exercise intensities and regimes, which was crucial to the study's objective. To gather data, each participant completed the International Physical Assessment Questionnaire. This tool provided an objective estimate of how much time they spent engaged in various levels of physical activity, as well as periods of inactivity during the previous week. The questionnaire was a key instrument in determining the amount and intensity of exercise each participant was undertaking. In addition to the questionnaire, the researchers also collected blood samples from each participant. This allowed them to measure levels of several hormones, including total testosterone, estradiol, cortisol, interleukin-6, among others. These hormones play significant roles in the male reproductive system and overall health. The blood samples provided a snapshot of the hormonal landscape within the body of each participant. This biochemical data, combined with the information gleaned from the questionnaires, provided a comprehensive view of the interaction between physical activity and hormonal balance. The study's design allowed for the comparison of hormone levels across different types of athletes, as well as the impact of varying exercise intensities on these levels. It was a meticulous process, but one that was necessary to ensure the accuracy of the results and the validity of the findings. With this method, researchers were able to analyze the impact of exercise intensity on various reproductive hormones. This study is a significant step forward in understanding the potential effects of intensive exercise, particularly cycling, on male reproductive health. Now on to the exciting part, the findings of the study. Researchers at the UCLA School of Nursing discovered something quite intriguing. Serious leisure male cyclists had significantly elevated levels of two hormones, estradiol and testosterone. To put it into perspective, these cyclists had plasma estradiol concentrations more than twice as high as their triathlete and recreational athlete counterparts. Furthermore, their total testosterone levels were approximately 50% higher than those of the recreational athletes. So let's break this down a bit. Estradiol, for those who may not be familiar, is a form of estrogen. But wait, isn't estrogen a female hormone? Well, yes and no. While it is indeed a primary female sex hormone, it also plays a role in the male body. In men, estradiol is produced as an active metabolic product of testosterone. It's involved in bone health, cardiovascular health, and even cognitive function. Then we have testosterone, a hormone that's probably more familiar. It's the primary male sex hormone responsible for the development of male reproductive tissues, promoting secondary sexual characteristics and influencing muscle mass and fat distribution. But here's the catch. While these hormones are crucial for our bodies, having too much of them can lead to complications. Elevated levels of estradiol, for instance, can lead to conditions such as gynecomastia, which involves the loss of pubic hair and enlarged breast tissue. So, what does this all mean? Well, the study suggests that intense cycling could potentially lead to hormonal imbalances. However, it's essential to note that these findings are preliminary. The researchers themselves emphasize this point. More studies are needed to confirm these findings and understand the mechanisms behind them. These findings, though preliminary, suggest a potential link between intense cycling and altered hormone levels. The world of science is always evolving, and it's studies like these that help us understand more about our bodies and the impact of our lifestyle choices on our health. Elevated hormone levels may sound intriguing, but what does it mean for the health and well-being of male cyclists? Let's dive in. When we think of estrogen, we generally associate it with women. However, men also produce estrogen, specifically a form known as estradiol, which is an active metabolic product of testosterone. The UCLA study found that serious male cyclists had more than double the plasma estradiol concentrations when compared to triathletes and recreational athletes. Their total testosterone levels were also about 50% higher than those of the recreational athletes. Now you might be pondering, what does this surge in hormones imply? The potential health implications can be quite significant. Elevated estrogen levels in men can lead to a condition known as gynecomastia. This can result in physical changes such as the loss of pubic hair and enlarged breast tissue. This is certainly not a condition any athlete would want to contend with, as it could affect not only their physical appearance, but also their performance and overall health. It's important to note that these findings are preliminary. While they provide us with valuable insight, they also underscore the need for more research. We need to fully understand how these elevated hormone levels impact male cyclists over the long term. Are these changes temporary, or do they persist over time? What other health implications could they have? And importantly, are there steps that cyclists can take to mitigate these effects? These are questions that future research will need to address. In the meantime, male cyclists should be mindful of these potential health implications. It's always wise to listen to your body, and if you notice any unusual changes, don't hesitate to consult with a healthcare professional. As we can see, these findings could have significant implications for the general health and reproductive well-being of male cyclists. So whether you're a serious cyclist or a weekend warrior, stay informed and stay healthy. After all, knowledge is the first step towards taking control of your health. But wait, there's a twist in this research tale: the role of chamois cream. You might be wondering, what's chamois cream? Well, it's a type of cream that many cyclists use to prevent chafing and bacterial infections that can be associated with bicycle saddle sores. It's typically applied to the perineum area, and it contains a blend of ingredients like lubricants, polymers, and oils. Some versions of chamois cream even contain parabens, which are antimicrobial preservatives and weak estrogen agonists. Now let's circle back to the UCLA study. One of the intriguing findings was related to the use of chamois cream among cyclists. The researchers found that nearly half of the cyclists, a whopping 48.5%, reported using a paraben-containing chamois cream. This is in contrast to a mere 10% of triathletes who reported using this type of cream. So, why is this significant? Well, remember those elevated levels of estradiol, a form of estrogen, that were found in cyclists. The researchers believe that there might be a connection between the use of paraben-containing chamois cream and these elevated hormone levels. It's a fascinating hypothesis, and it's definitely something that warrants further investigation. It's important to note that this is only a preliminary finding. More research is needed to fully understand the potential impact of chamois cream on hormone levels and ultimately on male reproductive health. But it's certainly an intriguing piece of the puzzle, and it might just be a game changer in our understanding of the relationship between cycling and male reproductive health. This finding underscores the fact that there are many factors at play when it comes to exercise, hormone levels, and reproductive health. It's not just about the intensity or duration of exercise, but also about other aspects of an athlete's routine, like the products they use. So it seems the road to understanding the impact of cycling on male reproductive health may not be as straightforward as we thought. So stay tuned, because this research story is far from over.